All right, yo. Oh, my goodness, man. A long day, but we here, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Monty. Share, like, comment, subscribe. I just got something I want to talk to y'all about. Something that I can understand, but something that I don't understand as well. So y'all tap in. This is for the parents. This is for the father, the mother, grandparents, whoever's in the household. This is about disciplining your kids. Now, I know it's a new day and time, of course. 2026, back in the day when people used switches and extension cords and belts and doing all this crazy stuff. Y'all called it abuse back in the day. I get that. I get it. Not mad at that at all. But what happened is y'all went from all of that to not doing anything at all, but yelling. And I've never seen anybody yell solve a problem either. I just had an Uber customer in my car. The father was on the phone on FaceTime with the kid. The daughter was being really destructive over the phone. The mom's saying over the phone, stop, stop, stop. The father is saying stop, stop, stop as well. Then the father finally raised his voice and the daughter stopped. But in doing that, the mother said, stop yelling. Now, mind you, the mom said in a calm voice, okay, stop, okay, stop. Dad, same way. Okay, stop, put that up, please, da-da-da-da-da, right? Back and forth. They're doing this for about like 2-3 minutes. Then all of a sudden, the father got frustrated and was like, yo, stop. The baby stopped, or the 2-year-old, 1-year-old, whatever. And the mother said, stop yelling. My question is, when has this world gotten soft? Why do everybody think that bringing your child up differently will solve any issues? I'm not sitting here telling you to put a belt. I'm not trying to tell you to slap a hand. I'm not trying to tell you to bring a switch, extension cord, or all of that. But discipline is necessary. It's in the Bible. And would y'all be sitting here just trying to talk to these kids like that gets the job done? This is the reason why the kids talk back to y'all. This is the reason why the kids be disrespectful to y'all. This is the reason why the kid doesn't listen to nothing that you have to say, because you have no discipline in line. Y'all take tablets away for a week. Y'all take phones away for 2 weeks. Like, that's discipline. Like, that's going to solve the problem. And the Bible, it says, train up a child in the way that he should go, so when they get old, they will not depart from it. Regardless of how bad those whoopings were, those whoopings stopped us from doing a lot of things. Back in the day, whoopings and yelling would have not have stopped. I mean, back in the day, those y'all yelling at us and telling us what to do and not putting no hands on us would have never got us to not do what we was doing. Because we cool with you yelling. You ain't touch me. That's fine. There's no discipline in you just telling me a story about all whatever. No, it's not. I'm just trying to understand from a parent standpoint, when are y'all going to become parents again? And be strictly about your business. Stand on business. There's so many parents and grandparents that don't stand on business. Y'all just let y'all kids run rapid and do whatever. Then get pissed off when somebody say you got a bad kid. You clearly got a bad kid because you have not disciplined your child. Oh, well, I don't want to discipline them the way I was disciplined, because you can go to jail for that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying beat these kids to a bloody pulp. I'm not saying grab an extension cord or grab a wooden spoon or stuff like that the grandmas and grandpas and moms and dad used to do back in the day. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you got to do something, because you talking ain't going to get nothing done. And now all of a sudden, y'all not allowed to yell because y'all put kids in the same category as y'all, Oh no, just talk to them. They'll listen. How are they listening if we gonna keep telling y'all that y'all got bad kids? We've been telling y'all that y'all had bad kids since the kids was born, and y'all still only want to talk to the kids. Like, come on, bro. Like, the kids are terrible when it comes to being respectful to the parents, becoming respectful in the schools, anything. And they're not scared of discipline because y'all don't discipline them. Ain't nobody scared of that. Ain't nobody scared of y'all talking. You going up to a kid, hey, hurt, and then y'all be throwing these fake threats in the air like you finna do something. Like, what is that? What is that? I don't get it. But then act like you don't know why your kid is bad. Why do you not understand why your kid is bad? It's clear. You won't raise your voice at the kid to let the kid know who's the boss. You won't smack your kid's hand because that's just way out of the league. You won't pat your kid on the butt because that's just too much. You won't pinch your baby on the side because that's just too much. No, too much is extension cords. Too much is wooden spoons. Too much is smacking them with belts in every body part. That's too much. But smacking your kids on the leg and smacking your kids on the butt is not too much at all. Smacking your kid on the hand is not too much at all. You have to find some type of discipline for your kid. Because you talking, ain't nobody scared of none of your threats. Ain't nobody scared of none of your talking. And that's why the kids can get away with it. Oh man, if your curfew is 10 o'clock, if you would stay out past 10, you're going to be on punishment. Bro, you remember what kind of punishments we used to have back in the day? Nigga, we wasn't even allowed to go outside for the summer. The summer was locked down. You couldn't do nothing. Oh, that's too much. How is that too much? It comes with discipline. If you're being bad, suffer the consequence. It brings us up now we're not doing bad as grown-ups. I'm not being bad. I'm grown. My sister's not being bad. I'm grown. Why? Because our moms put us on them type of punishments. She wasn't playing no games. There wasn't no conversation or communication. I told you to do this. You ain't do that, you getting a whooping. Straight up. If you ain't whooping them, your uncle whooping them. If your uncle ain't whooping them, your auntie's whooping them. All of that. But at the end of the day, these people came up to be way better than these kids that's happening right now. These kids right now, it's too late. Y'all, it's lost. These kids 2, 3, 4, 5 years old running the whole house. And all y'all doing is yelling and telling them, sit down, be quiet, sit down. Oh, but then when the mom is ready to discipline them and whoop them, all of a sudden y'all on the mom's case. Oh, don't put your hands on them. Oh, don't do this, and that. Do you have a redder situation? Because your talking ain't going to work. That's not how this works. That ain't even biblical. Talk to your kids. That's not biblical. Your kids 13, 14, 10, 11, 16, 17 out here running wild doing whatever they want to. And since you want to be you want to be cool with your kids and you want to be friends, that's why your kids is out here smoking. That's why your kids is out here having sex at 16, 17 years old. Because you're a friend. You're not a parent. You're a friend. Like, bro, when are y'all gonna fix that? But y'all keep blaming other people on why your kids is bad. No, they're bad because you don't discipline. The teacher got to go through the hell because you don't discipline your kid at home. So since your kid ain't disciplined at home, all the hell that they go through, that they do at the house, it comes to the school. And since the parent don't know how to calm it down, since the grandparent don't know how to calm it down, why you think the teacher can calm it down when they can't even put their hands on you and they can't even yell at you? They can't do nothing. They just got to sit there and accept it, making low money to raise these disobedient kids. And the parents just let it rock. Oh, yeah, but we took the cell phone away for a week. What is that supposed to do? Oh, we took the tablet. Bro, y'all not take the phone away for 2 months. Take the tablet away for 2 months. Take the summer away. You ain't allowed going nowhere for the whole summer. Soon as somebody say that, oh man, that's too much. That's too much. How is that too much for a kid that don't deserve to do nothing because they're doing bad, being very disrespectful, not disrespecting their elders, not listening to their teachers, acting wild and crazy at the parents at the house, all of that stuff. And all y'all want to do is talk. All y'all want to do is talk. When if talking got you out of anything? Like, what the heck is wrong with y'all? Like, straight up. Straight up, I don't got no kids. And thank God I don't. I always want some kids. I always wanted some kids. But at the end of the day, bro, my kids is gonna be raised way different. Because a lot of these cats get to talking and doing whatever they want to. And the parents are so scared that human service or human resources or whoever them people is gonna come and get their kid. They stop being disciplinarian people. Nigga, if you think you can raise my kid better, take them. Take them. Because what I'm not going to do is allow my kid to act any old type of way in this house without being disciplined. It's that simple. It's that simple. And y'all just let them do whatever they want. But y'all bless them all the time. Oh, 16 years old, I got to make sure little Timmy get a car for school. Oh, we got to pay. We got to get him to go to homecoming. We got to get him to go to the prom. We got to get him to do this, and this. But yeah, all these cats is out here acting bad, doing all this stuff and don't deserve nothing that they're getting. Knowing that they're going to get it anyway. Why? Because they look at their parents as soft. Because they know at the end of the day, I'm still going to get what I want anyways, regardless of how I act. And when the parents going to step up? Because that's what the kids is on. I'm going to do whatever the heck I want because my parent ain't going to do nothing about it. My parent ain't about to whoop me. My parent ain't never whooped me. My parent ain't going to take my phone. When my parent going to take my phone? My mom ain't never taking my phone. My dad ain't taking my phone. What? They're not about to do nothing like that. Why they say that? It's because the mom and the dad ain't going to do it. Because they never have. So if they never done it before, why you think they all of a sudden gonna start doing it now? All of a sudden, look, bro, it don't matter. You're the parent. When did the parent stop being the parent and start being the friend? Start being the, well, I don't care. Y'all out here making kids but don't know how to raise them. But be so quick to say, oh man, these people in the school ain't teaching my kids nothing. You ain't teaching them nothing at home either. Because they real disrespectful when they get to school. Why can't you teach them manners when they get to, so that when they get to school, they're not disrespecting the teacher? You got to teach them something too. Instead of, go downstairs, stop doing that. All y'all doing is telling them to do other stuff. And then when they still doing whatever, y'all just brush, oh my God, they're getting on my nerves. Oh well. If it's oh well, why'd you have them? You got to raise them. And if they raised in a bad situation, we looking at the parent. We're not looking at nobody else but y'all. If you're not disciplining your kids, that's on you. That's not biblical. To not raise your kids. Let's look at look at what the Bible says. Discipline should not be out of anger, but rather because of love, to save the destructive path. That's Proverbs 13:24 and Hebrews 12:6. Proactive instruction. The goal is to train up a child in the way that they should go. Encourage lifelong wisdom. Proverbs 22:6. Balance correctness with kindness. While Proverbs mentions that the rod addresses the foolish in the child's heart. Proverbs 22:15. And then Proverbs 23:13 and 14. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 4 explicitly warns the parents to do not provoke their children into anger or discouragement. Purposeful correction. Discipline is to bring hope, structure, and to prevent the shame that comes from a child left to themselves. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 18, Proverbs 29, verse 15. Parental character. Parents are encouraged to act with patience, reflect how God corrects his children with love rather than malice. Hebrews 12:6 and Ephesians 6:4. Okay. It emphasizes nurturing children in the Lord with instruction without provoking them to anger. Key principle includes do not be misusing the rod for correction and training them early in life. So let's find out what the rod means. Let me see. What does the rod mean in the Bible? Is a multi faceted symbol of representing authority, discipline, guidance, and divine power. Often a staff, a club, that's crazy. Often a staff, a club, or a scepter signifies the shepherd's tool to protecting and counting the sheep, a king's rule over God's corrective judgment. Okay, now when it says a rod, the rod would be like the Bible, dang it. I mean, not the Bible, but the belt, pretty much. Because, let me see, authority and leadership, a symbol of power, such as Moses' rod, or a king's serpent, a scepter, indicate divine appointment or ruling power. Separate tool, a rod represents God's strength to protect the sheep from predators while the staff guides them. Discipline and correction, used in Proverbs to signify necessary parental discipline to shape a child's character, rooted in love and guidance, not abuse. Judgment, a rod of iron represents firm righteousness, is often final judgment by God or Christ over the nations. Divine power, specifically associated with miraculous acts as seen in Aaron's rod that blossoms or Moses' rod part in the Red Sea. So you see the rod is a physical thing. But it says it's for authority, to discipline, guidance, and divine power. So with the belt, it's for authority, it's discipline, it's guidance, and it divine power. But the way that the school has scared everybody from doing these things, the rod is no longer in the household. So now there is no authority, there's no discipline, there's no guidance, there's no divine power. What is there is the mouth. You speaking. Now, I don't see a lot of people when their kids is yelling and acting crazy, I don't hear them speaking life into their kids. What I hear them saying, you stupid, you dummy, you idiot, stop acting stupid, stop acting crazy. What is wrong with you? You get on my nerves, all of this extra stuff. Instead of using the rod, you're using your mouth to speak spells and disrespectful things on the children. Because you don't want to whoop them. I don't know too many people who gets good whoopings that still goes back to do the same thing. That's the same thing as somebody putting their hand on the eye when you told them that the eye was hot. You tell the kid that the eye is hot. They don't believe you. They go put their hand on the eye. I guarantee they don't touch it again. It's just that simple. It's the same thing as if you give a child a whooping or a spanking or things like that. Not try to beat them silly, all crazy. But like my mom did us. She whooped us, but she explained to us why we were getting a whooping to make us not do those things once again. And if we did do it again, another whooping is coming. With still explanation. You don't just beat kids just cause. You explain to them what you're getting whoopings for, and you give them the whooping. But instead, y'all not even giving them the whooping. Y'all just talking down on their life, making the kids worse because you're not speaking life into their life. How many times I got to tell you, stop going over there? How many times I got to tell you, stop doing this? How many times I got to talk to... Bro, your mouth don't do nothing for nobody, bro. You have never noticed that anything that you say to anybody else outside of your kids, people still don't listen to nothing you saying. They don't care about nothing that you saying. So why do you think that your kids is going to care, but the people that you work for, or the people that you're around all the time, they don't care about nothing you saying? They don't care about nothing you saying. So since they don't care about nothing you saying, why do you think the kids is going to care about anything that you saying? Until you explain why they are getting this discipline. Okay, yo, the cell phone is gone for a month. And stand on that. Don't touch the cell phone regardless of you there or not. Don't touch the tablet regardless of you there or not. Who, if they go over their grandparents' crib, over their people's house, make sure that they know that that punishment extends to the other household, because I'm serious about what I said. They were acting bad. They do not get rewarded for that. Y'all keep letting them get away with murder all the time. I remember when we was kids, when we went to our aunt's house, if we were on punishment, the punishment went over to our aunt's house. It went over to our grandfather's house. It went over there, period. Because at the end of the day, you don't get to have free time and freedom to do whatever you want unless you act like you got some sense. You get rewarded for acting like you got some sense. You don't get rewarded when you don't act like you ain't got no sense. These kids get suspended from school, but yet can still come home and play. Are you kidding me? We would never be able to do nothing like that. My question is, when are y'all parents going to become parents? Because at the end of the day, y'all raising y'all kids like, man, I don't care. Let them do whatever. If that was the case, why did you make them? And then when everybody started labeling your kid as being bad, don't be pissed off and mad. The facts is the facts. Your kids is bad. That's the facts. It don't matter. Oh, man, I'm tired of that teacher saying my kids is bad. They are bad. What are you talking about? Disrespectful. Ain't no yes ma'am, no sirs, no more. It's yeah, what? All of that. That's all disrespect that y'all parents allow to happen. But y'all claim to be good parents. How? 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 If you're going to have kids, make sure you raise them properly. Because right now they're being influenced by so much stuff and y'all can't stop it. Y'all can't stop nothing that's going on. Everything that they see, from TV to tablets to YouTube to movies, everything that they see bad, they do it all the time. And y'all ain't got no power or no say-so to change it. No power, no say-so to change nothing. Them kids gonna act like that forever, and y'all ain't never gonna be able to stop it. Why? Because y'all ain't got no type of authority like that. And it's ridiculous. It's just frustrating because you just watch it, and then you watch people when they talking to the kids, and they just let the kids do whatever they want, but claim that they good parents. How? You not a good parent, bro. I hate to say it. Stop blaming it on the world. Stop blaming it on all of that. Because if you wouldn't have had these kids attached to the world, you wouldn't be having this problem. Ain't no man or no woman on this planet can say me and my sister are bad. Ever. Since we graduated. Ain't no way, no mama, no daddy, no parent, no pastor, no preacher, no teacher, no friend, no foe, no none of that could ever say me and my sister was bad in any way because of the discipline we got out the house. As soon as we got out the house, we were not disciplined. We were disrespectful. We were ready to take on the world with no disrespect to nobody. No disrespect to no grown-ups, no nothing. Y'all hear it to this day, if y'all know me personally. All parents, everybody. Man, he is so respectful. He is so gentleman. He is such a gentleman. He is so respectful. My sister, the same way. She is so respectful. Why? Because my mom raised us right. With discipline, with the belt, and all of that stuff. Y'all parents can't say that. Y'all can't say that. Even if the kid is 3 or 4, even if the kid is 9 or 10, it don't matter. You got to put that in them now. And if you're not putting it in them because they hear you being disrespectful, then it's on you. We didn't hear my mom being disrespectful. That's why. We didn't hear the disrespect. We might have would have tried some things when we got older. That comes with it. 14, 15 years old might be out later than what we supposed to be. Well, we, me. I'll say me. I was outside more than I was supposed to be outside. Mom said to come in the house by 10 o'clock. I don't come in by 10. I try to get in the house. The house is locked. I got to sleep outside. Or I try to sneak into the window. And when I get in the window, my mom right there holding the belt at her hand. Then she tells me I'm on punishment for either a month or 2 months. So I can't hoop. I can't go outside and play with my friends or nothing for like 2 months or a month because of the fact that I'm being disrespectful to my mom's rules. It's just that simple. Have I tried to run out? Have I tried to run away? Absolutely. Where did I run to? Back to the house. Why? Because at the end of the day, all I got to do is follow the rules and I'm good. Why do I gotta go against the rules? Just because everybody else's parents don't want to be parents and my mom do. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody else's parent might let them. Everybody else's parent might let them be outside till 11 or 12 o'clock at night. To me, that's not raising your kid. That's letting your kid do whatever they want. Period. Because there should be no kids outside till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Period. It's that simple. Me not understanding that till later on in life, when I got married and I had my ex-wife had kids. Now I understand it. Like, yo, I'm never gonna let them kids be outside that past that late. They looking at me like I'm crazy, but I'm like, bro, are you even thinking that you can be outside after 10 o'clock? It's too much stuff that goes on after 10 o'clock. Ain't nothing safe outside. People getting kidnapped from from women getting kidnapped. People do, you know what I'm saying? All this extra stuff that happens late night. Your kids should be in the house. So if the kids is out late like that, 10 times out of 10 is because their mom and dad don't care. Because if they do care, there's a time limit on when you got to be in the house. This has nothing to do with safety. This has everything to do with I need to know where my kids is at all times. It's that simple. Something small as you know how when we used to go to the park, but our moms and dad used to tell us, make sure you got your hat on, your jacket. And you like, whoa, everybody else at the park ain't got that. My mom and my dad and them, they care about our health. They care about us not getting sick. All the other parents, they don't care. That's it. Why are y'all acting like y'all don't care? Why are y'all acting like y'all don't care? I just don't get it. Y'all acting like y'all don't care, but get pissed off when somebody check how you raising your kids. Oh, don't tell me how to raise my kid. No, I'm not telling you how to raise your kid. I'm just telling you your kid is terrible because of how you raising them. You fix it. I ain't telling you how to raise them. I'm just telling you whatever you're doing, it's terrible because your kid is terrible. That's what I'm telling you. And how can you fix it? Oh, well, we don't whoop them over here. One reason why your kid is acting crazy. Oh, well, we don't yell at him and tell him that's another reason. And, oh, well, we just talk to him in a soft voice. Oh, this is not right. And it's just, how long you been doing that? Because they still been acting like hellraisers since then. So how long? So when is that going to change? Oh, well, they're just kids. Why y'all keep using that as an excuse? Because when they get grown, it's too late. They need to know what punishment is all about before they make it to the real world. To know that you ain't going to be able to talk to anybody your type of way. You ain't going to be able to do whatever you want to without being punished for it. And since you don't get punished at the house, why do you think that it'll be cool? It's like you got people who get fired all the time at their job because they don't like how their boss is talking to them. They get fired all the time because their boss is talking to them because their boss is trying to tell them something that they're not doing wrong. And since they don't know how to follow correction, they just quit. That comes with the disciplinary situation at the house. If you ain't doing something right, it comes with consequences. So that mindset didn't go with you to your job. You start doing whatever you wanted to, and the boss start telling you, yo, you're not doing it right. You're not trying to hear it, so you just quit. Period. The parent tells you, stop being out past 11. You keep going out past 11. Then I tell you last week, you can't be out past 11. You go out past 11 again. Then the parent's like, man, forget it, because they just don't want to listen. So forget it. Do whatever you want. How is that raising somebody when you telling them do whatever they want? Then all of a sudden, you get pissed off and mad if they go to jail because you got to pay for the bail, or if they mess around and get killed or jumped outside. Now you crying because you did not play your parent role that caused them to be outside during this nonsense. Because you treated them like they was grown. That's simple. You got little kids, you tell them to stop eating snacks, but you show them where the snacks is at. They go back to go get the snacks after you told them not to eat it. What y'all do is videotape it and make it a joke. Like, ha ha, look at what such and such did. Oh, this was funny. Instead of really telling them, bro, didn't I tell you don't touch that? There's a whooping on the way. This is ridiculous, bro. But y'all keep, oh no, it's, y'all can raise the kids better. You don't got to discipline. You don't got to hit on your kids. You could just talk to them. Talking ain't got nobody nowhere. Ever. Y'all punishments be so weak. Oh, well, you're on the punishment for 2 hours. What? And then they don't be on punishment. Mom, can I get my phone? Dad, can I get my phone? Here, it's up there. Because you frustrated and mad because you don't want to stand on business of being a parent. And this is the reason why the kid get to do whatever they want to, however they want to, whenever they want to. And that's why when people come around, they don't want to be around your kids because of the fact that your kids are so bad. They just bad for no reason. Like, why is your kid is this bad? It's because you keep allowing them to do whatever the heck they want. And you think your conversation is going to change their action. Oh, Miss Sue, Baby Sue, I told you that you need to stop doing this. Now, can you do that for mommy, please? They say, yeah. And a day later, they're doing the same thing again. What you going to do? Sit them down again? Oh, well, you got to be patient. How long is patience? You told them 100 times. This is what I'm trying to get to understand. I understand the patient part. I'm not trying to tell you immediately discipline them. But what I'm saying is if they're doing this umpteen times, if you saying, hey, put that down, and they're looking at you, but they won't put it down, this is, and put it down. This is required for a discipline because they're testing you like, bro, I'm not putting it down and you ain't going to do nothing about it. All y'all do is snatch it out their hand. Then they start screaming, hollering, and then stomping all through the house, and y'all let it happen. Y'all let the kids stomp around and do all of this crazy stuff. Like they run the crib. They falling out, doing all of that stuff. And y'all let it happen. No belt. No hand slap on the leg. No hand slap on the bottom. No none of that. Y'all just let that rock. I don't even got no kids, but I just feel bad for the people who got to deal with people's kids that's being brought up wrong. I feel bad for y'all. I feel bad for the teachers. I feel bad for the aunties and the uncles who getting their nieces and nephews, and their nieces and nephews act like hell kids when they come over to their crib. But they know they can't do nothing about it because they just like, well, shoot, they mom don't ever discipline them. What I look like. Or they can act like that over at home, but if they act like that over here, I'm putting them down. And as soon as you say that, no, you better not put your hands on my kids. See? The kid is protected even though they bad as hell. What? That's the question. That's the question. So my exit is this. Learn the way to raise y'all kids. Because y'all kids is bad as hell. Point blank period. And a lot of people are sick and tired of y'all kids. It's that simple. And it's because of y'all not raising them properly. Sending them to school, bad. They at home acting stupid, bad. Yelling at the parents, yelling at the mom and the dad, bad. You mad because they messing the house up, but they won't clean it up, bad. Oh, well, she's 2 or 3 years old. Man, they get 2 or 3 years old whoopings. It's that simple. I ain't telling you to beat them to death, but what I'm telling you is they need to know what they need to be doing and what they don't need to be doing at 3 years old. And y'all keep letting it rock. Stop raising bad kids, bro. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.